I get asked from time to time, so what's the point of learning the Enneagram? What's it going to do for me? Depending on the day, I have a different answer for that question each time I'm asked. It makes me think of functional medicine. And frankly, I wasn't even sure what that was until last year at an Enneagram conference. I met a functional medical doctor. So functional medicine, these are licensed medical doctors who believe in seeking the source of the disease rather than looking only at symptomatic cures. This is a pretty hot topic right now, and you can find many podcasts on functional medicine and a lot of books out there too. Like I know I've mentioned before, The End of Alzheimer's Program. And what all of these doctors are talking about is that it's a multitude of factors that leads to disease. In general, inflammation. And what causes that? Lack of sleep, poor diet, lack of exercise, et cetera, et cetera. How does this relate? Well, once we know our Enneagram type, I think we can learn better how to support ourselves. There is the grace that we allow ourselves once we learn our number and understand our motivation. Also understanding that others may be quite different. So we have an idea that there are certain things about each of us that cannot be eradicated, but that simply must be moderated. We get a clear vision of our baseline and what we have to work with. Perhaps the most important aspect of functional medicine that I think relates to Enneagram work is that there's no single magic answer. Now, I, as a 7 and 4s, we both share this idea that there's this magic answer, and the 7s believe we can actually grab onto it and find it. The 4s might feel like it's always out of reach, but we're both searching for magic. And what functional medicine teaches is no single aspect can be looked at on its own. It is a system, and the elements of the system cannot be broken down. They become different than the whole. So it's coming from a systems perspective. That means that if all I focus on is eating a bunch of vegetables, but I don't move my body, I get horrible sleep, I drink every night a lot of alcohol, then it doesn't matter that I eat vegetables. It's not going to do any good for me. So from a systems perspective, yes, learn all you can about the Enneagram. I'm continuing and striving to learn more every day, but also support yourself. Try to get good sleep. Try to move your body. Try to be around people who lift you up and who receive your uplifting. Try to find moments of peace and quiet each day to ground yourself. All of these will work together to allow the Enneagram to benefit you. You are working to regulate the whole system. We'll start standing today. I've got my trusty pillow of feelings nearby, should I need it in Shavasana. Got some needles in my hip today. It was very helpful. Trying to balance my own system. So come to stand, both feet on the mat, about hip width distance. Roll around on the feet. Find your perfect balance today. Notice where your feet are connected to the earth. And then close the eyes. Palms pressing together at heart center. Pull your pointer fingers apart from one another and then touch them back together. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger, thumb. As you press the hands fully together, notice each finger's connection. Feel the navel draw in and up. Soften the knees just a little bit. Deepen your breath. Feel the shoulders draw down your back. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Holding here for a moment, feeling the sensation of the arms fire up, the core fire up, the legs as the back of the legs reach for the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, come all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose with the toes down. Press into the mat with your fingertips, lifting the heart. Exhale, come down with the chin. Hands pull back just a little bit so you can press up to hands and knees. Walk the knees up to where they're under the hips. Shoulders are over your wrists. Inhale, cow pose, pulling the shoulder blades toward one another. Exhale, round the back to cat. Couple more times. Come to neutral back, strong core, curl the toes under, hover the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs, down dog. Walking out your first down dog. Fingers span wide. Find stillness in your down dog and close your eyes. Feel the shoulders draw down your back. The neck releases. Chin drops toward your chest. Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, walk the hands back to the feet. Hang out in your forward fold here. Grab opposite elbows, bend your knees. Slowly straighten the legs. Any amount, does not have to be full straightening. And then bend into one knee and then the other. Release any grip you have. Soften the knees. Let the arms hang as you roll up to stand. Shoulder roll at the top. Inhale, reach out and up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your hand overhead, but not so much so that you are touching your head with your arm. Let there be space there. Feel the left shoulder pull back. Let your gaze be upward. Inhale through center. Exhale, pull the right wrist over to the left. Keeping the body open. Inhale, reach high. Gaze forward and upward. Lift the heels. Exhale, heels come down to the mat. Hands to your heart. Lift up the right knee. Step the right foot forward in its own lane. Interlace the fingers except for the pointer finger. Reach high. As you pull that right hip back a little and take a micro bend in the right knee, lean forward with a flat back. Exhale, release the hands down, let the head hang heavy, hamstring stretch. If your hands don't touch the ground here in this pyramid, it's great to have blocks underneath them. Maybe push into the ground with your hands or into your blocks to kind of lift your hips up. You can lift your heels and set them down. Inhale, half lift. You can have your hands on that front shin as you flatten your back and pull the shoulders back. Exhale, hands to the mat. And walk your left foot up to the top of the mat. Step the right toes back to the back. Plant the right hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left arm high, dragonfly twist. Bend into your back knee. Soften it, set it on the ground. See if you can twist a little bit more. Exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot over to the left and just let that knee bounce in and out a little bit. You could come down to your forearms if you want. Plant the hands solidly on the mat under your shoulders. Curl the right toes under and step the left toes back. High plank. Take one chaturanga. You could come down to the belly and repeat cobra, or press into the hands, the tops of the feet for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Check in with the breath. Long and even through the nose. And the core is strong too. Navel pulling in and up. And the bottom of your ribs, try to knit them in toward your abdominal muscles as well, so you're not poking the chest out. One more inhale. Exhale, hands walk back to the feet. While you're here, left hand stays low, right arm reaches high, twisting the torso, gazing upward. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm reaches up, right knee bends, left leg could straighten. Exhale, left hand down. Soften the knees a little bit, rise up with power, reaching out and up along the way. Take those side leans. Following your breath, strive to move as slowly as possible, both moving into and out of each pose. When you get to the top, release the hands, lift up the heels, find your balance today. Exhale, heels down, hands to your heart. Weight shifts into the right foot, left knee lifts. While you're there, interlace the fingers, take the steeple grip. Take the opposite steeple grip. I always have to think about this one. And then step the left foot forward. Reach the arms high. Feel that left hip pull back a little bit. Micro bend in the left knee. Flat back, hinging from the waist. Really pushing into the ground with both feet. And then rounding forward, hands to the earth or to a block. Let your head hang heavy. Allow gravity to take you deeper. Notice how it feels to push into the ground with your hands. Fires up the core a little bit. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, and the right foot steps all the way to the top. The left toes step further back. Left hand plants. Right arm reaches high. Dragonfly twist. Think about those shoulders drawing down your back. Crown of the head reaching forward. And then set the back knee down. Can you twist a little bit more? Exhale, right hand comes down to the inside of the right foot as the foot steps further to the right. And you let that knee fall out a little bit. Maybe you come down to your forearms. The hands plant underneath your shoulders, back toes curl under, right foot steps back, high plank, and make your way to down dog. You can just lift the hips or flow through high low. Inhale, right heel lifts high. Closed hip lift. Exhale, knee to nose as you shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog with an open hip. Your choice if you want to bend the knee there or keep the leg straight. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Keep your left toes exactly where they are. Engage the core, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist to the right. Leaning forward as you do so to straighten the back leg. You take your front forearm to that quad, twist a little deeper. You could take both hands to your heart and hook the left elbow to the outside of the knee. Inhale back to crescent. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Lean forward. So another hamstring stretch, hands coming down to the ground, but with the back heel lifted. Wider stance. And then begin to bend into the front knee. Walk the hands forward. We're going to lift the back leg up behind you. Standing split. Exhale, come down all the way to the ground, left knee to the outside of the right ankle. Evening weight on the sitting bones. I'm trying to be gentle on my hip today. So I'm going to take it to crisscross legs, but you could keep that ankle on the outside of the knee. Plant the right hand, turn to the right, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, look forward over the left, and exhale, take a little counter twist to the left. Unwind the legs, roll onto your back. Pull the knees into your chest, rock side to side. Plant the feet flat on the ground, arms to either side of the torso. Seal the lower back to the earth. Lift the hips. Bridge pose. And maybe a gentle bridge, not so much of a lift here. Keep the hips a little bit low, but still off the ground. There's some space there. Ground into your right foot. Extend the left leg straight up to the sky. Drop it down to hover it over the earth. Lift it up again. Drop it out to the left. Lift it up again. And then set the left foot down. Set the hips down as well. Let the knees windshield wipe right and left in between sides. Feet plant. Hips lift. You're grounding into the left leg. Reach the right leg high. Drop that straight leg low to hover. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, rock it out to the right just a little or a lot. Lift it back up to the center and then set the foot down. Hips come down as well. Pull the knees into your chest. Rock right and left. Set the feet flat. Another bridge pose, this time deeper, more of a back bend. So if you want to, as you lift the hips, rock the shoulders underneath you, interlace your hands, pushing into the ground with the backs of your arms, thinking about pressing the feet into the earth too. One more inhale. Exhale, lower everything down. Pull the knees in and begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. We'll meet up in down dog. Inhale, left heel lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog with an open hip, straight or bent leg. Exhale, step the left foot all the way to the top. Rising up to crescent on this side. Exhale, lean forward, open twist to the left. Keeping the arms wide or taking your front forearm to your quad. Hooking the elbow if you'd like. Inhale, face front, reach the arms up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, fold over. Back heel remains off the ground, or your legs are just really far apart. Everyone's built a little differently, so some of you might find it hard to keep the back heel up. Begin to shift weight forward, lifting the back leg, standing split. And on an exhale, knee comes to the earth to the outside of your ankle, or you can take the shin in front of shin, crisscross legs. We'll take a twist to the left. Left hand plants, push into the earth and lift the heart as you turn. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, unwind. Unwind the legs, face forward. Taking a little boat pose first, supporting yourself by grabbing the back of the legs or taking the hands behind you. And straightening one leg at a time. Toes to the sky. Shoulders drawing down. Spine long. Once you're even, we're going to come to a low boat, a canoe, hovering the ankles and the shoulders. 3 breath cycles. And let everything come to the earth. Interlace your fingers, take a full body stretch. And bend the knees, heels coming close to the hips. Once more. Arms to either side of your torso. We'll take another bridge. So your bridge pose to the extreme, maybe even wheel if that's in your practice. Hands coming to either side of your head. And lifting everything up off the ground. 3 breath cycles. Coming all the way down. Pulling the knees in. Begin to rock up and down the length of your mat. We'll meet up in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Your choice, open or closed hip. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Flatten the back foot, kind of in line with the front. We're going to open up all the way to warrior 2. I'm not going to my deepest places today. So if that's you today, join me. If you feel like you're really strong and flexible, go as deep as you can. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm up and over. Inhale, straighten the right leg, arms come to a T. Shift your hips to the back, reach your right arm forward and down, left arm high, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle, right arm up and over. Exhale, arms to a T. Engage your core so you can step the left foot up to meet the right. Bend into your knees. Drop your tailbone. Chair pose. Lift your toes, up and back down. Inhale, reach the arms high if they are not already. Exhale, open twist to the right. Try to keep the knees in line for this one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine long, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale, plant the hands, come to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Flatten the back foot, kind of in line with the front heel, so we can open up to warrior two. Gazing over that front hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, arms to a T, front leg straightens, hips shift back as you reach forward and then down with the left arm, right arm, and gaze extend to the ceiling. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straight leg, straight arm, long left side body. Exhale, arms to a T, engage the core, step the feet together. Drop down into chair, but take the arms to a low V, shoulder blades pulling toward one another. Feel that core engage. Lift the heels. Maybe drop down a little further. Inhale, see if you can stand up, keeping the heels lifted. Arms stay where they are. One more inhale. Exhale, heels down. Hands come to your heart. Shift weight into the left leg, right knee lifts. Cross right ankle over left knee, figure four. Inhale, rise up. Try to keep weight on the left leg, extending the right leg behind you. Airplane pose with hands at your heart. You could draw the arms to a low V. You could take it all the way to warrior three, interlacing hands to that steeple grip in front of you. We're going to come into standing split from here. So the hands come down to the ground or to a block, and that back leg lifts up. If you want to challenge the balance, you can grab with one or both hands onto your supporting leg. One more inhale. Exhale, right foot plants next to the left. Bend the knees deeply. Crouch and curl, touching your forehead to your knees. Feeling the back of your neck open, making sure your jaw is relaxed. Straighten the legs, keep the torso low. Soften the knees, roll up. Shoulder roll at the top. Hands to your heart. Weight in the right leg as the left knee lifts. Cross left ankle over right knee. Bend into it. Inhale, lift up. See if you can maintain your balance on the right leg. Extend the left leg behind you, keeping your hands at your heart or taking them to that low V, airplane with some opening in the heart. And if you want to take it to warrior three, making a T shape with the body, you're imagining someone pulling you front to back so that belly does not drop. And finally, hands come down to the ground. Back leg lifts. And you can challenge balance on this side in standing split. Just trying to keep that lifted leg straightened. So if your lifted leg doesn't have power in it, if it's not activated, just hanging out, activate those muscles. 2 more breath cycles. And let the left foot come down next to the right. Return to your crouch and curl. Grab a strap if you have one. If you don't have a strap, a really long towel will work. But the great thing about these yoga mat holders is they double as a strap. I highly recommend getting one of those. We're going to come on to the back, but before you get there, you can take the strap around your right foot and then roll onto the earth. Extend the left leg long. Straighten the right leg. And pull. Pull that leg forward. Just a nice hamstring stretch. If you find it helpful to activate the left leg here, you can. If you have a sandbag or a weight, you could set that on top of the left thigh there, just reminding that to stay down. And from here, take the right foot out to the side. Some folks may need to drop it down low and then re-pull. We're trying to keep the back of the left hip on the ground. So you'll feel the stretch in the inner thigh on the right side. Bring this leg back through center. And then take the leg over to the left, but we're trying to maintain a connection on the ground with the right lower back, right side, back side of the hip a little bit. Now it might come off the ground just a tiny bit, but our goal is to feel this in the IT band, not make it into a spinal twist. Inhale back through center. Bend your right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. And switch sides, taking the strap off your right foot to attach to your left. You can keep the right knee bent if that's helpful to you. As we stretch the left hamstring, you could release the leg down or straighten it. And then open up that left leg out to the left. If you are someone who just the leg goes all the way to the floor and you aren't feeling this, see if you can really connect the back of the right side of the hip to the ground, or maybe just concentrate on pulling the foot closer toward your face. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, let the foot drop to the right. Aiming to feel this in the leg, not the back. Inhale, center. And exhale, bend into that knee. Pull it in. And pull both knees in. We'll take candlestick. Option to have the strap around the feet. If your strap does not go around both feet for some reason, you could take a block or a pillow underneath your hips, aiming to be a more relaxed candlestick as far as the legs and the abdomen go. It's a little bit of activation in the arms, but maybe it's just your hands holding on to the strap. You find some balance there where you can let go. Close the eyes. Slowly begin to let the legs drop toward the ground. Taking the strap off. Setting the feet flat. Letting the knees fall side to side. When your knees drop to the right, hold there for a moment. Extend the left arm to the left. Turn your gaze to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees to the left. Right arm reaches out toward the right. Gaze follows. Inhale, center. Making your way into final Shavasana, lying flat or keeping the knees bent, falling in toward one another. Hands on the belly or arms extended outward, palms facing up. Considering in this stillness how you can release any tension that you sense inside your body. And allow your mind to be with your breath, experiencing the peace of this moment fully. Deepen your breath. Begin to reawaken. Finding your way up to a seat gently. Taking hands to your heart, feeling the crown of your head extend. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Thank you for making it part of your journey toward whole health, making it part of your Enneagram work. Namaste.